too much. I also have some particularly important to mention, I guess.
Alright, just give me a mic check.
Mic check check.
Alright. Alright, we are good. Alright, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to more Danganronpa, Another Despair Academy. I am Mr. Grinchman, once again, along with ACP for this blind playthrough. In the last stream, we started on Trial 6. We pretty much got to the point of, what I'm presuming the halfway point of the trial. We narrowed down the amnesia that we had. We narrowed down that we had amnesia. We discussed how it worked, and also the intricacies of what happened to Kisaragi and Kurokawa before the events of the game, and found out that they used the memory storage device on themselves, and because of that, that's what caused their issues with their brains. Kurokawa's essentially made her the way she was, super stoic and very slow to speak instead of her usual, apparently very energetic, happy self, and basically wiped out Kisaragi's entire personality, where he was originally supposedly a leader and took charge of a lot of situations. And found out that apparently what actually killed Kisaragi was he implanted a detonator in himself, and apparently that was triggered and it killed him. We have not exactly established who triggered it, but we figured that out, and then we established that Akane was ultimate despair, and she basically already admitted that. We figured out exactly why we're in the Kisaragi building, and kind of what his plan was for why he brought us here, and also why the school is the way that it is in regards to the fact that a bunch of Monokumas came, slaughtered all the scientists who were here, and they remodeled the building. So, I believe that's pretty much all we got through, so does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so hopefully this stream will finish the trial, so here we go. Okay, resume. I mean, if we have to call an intermission, we have to call an intermission, so... I mean, if you end up having to leave, or, we have to end early and we have to call an intermission, we're not done, we just have to call an intermission. So don't be afraid to chime in if you want to, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's alright.
What? Why is Yuki? Are you okay?
Yeah, what is happening to our mind here is, like, cracking. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my main mystery right now that I want to know is, what is up with Yuki and how does he fit into everything?
Mm-hmm. It's like he... I don't know, it's like he was, like, exposed to the mind storage device or something himself at some point.
Yeah. Because that's I think I mentioned off stream, those are my big three, it's one of my big three things, was like that I want to find out is, what is Yuki's whole deal? How does he tie into it? Why did our class have to be involved in this whole killing game in the first place? Like, why did Junko want Akane to do this to us? And who exactly killed Kisaragi? How did that actually happen? Who actually detonated the bomb? Those are the three things I want to find out.
Mm-hmm.
My head hurts a little bit.
You've been staggering and sweating and panting since before. Can you hold out?
Even if you can't hold out, clench your teeth and butter up. It's a class trial. It is also the final class trial that reveals all the truths. I know it's hard, but try to keep up. Once it's over, I'll take care of you or whatever. Oh, she actually wants to keep us alive. Thank you, Ray. I'll do my best.
Now, you've been laughing like a lunatic for a while. How about it?
How about it? All correct, of course. I questioned, and you answered immediately. There's no need to organize it like that. But Maeda-sama was pretty spot on. Pretty much spot on.
It was correct. So, is it all over now? We found out the whole truth and you promised to let us go, right?
Nope. What? Okay. I don't know why her face turns like that at certain times.
What? You're changing your story. What Miss Taira wants to say is this. The whole truth has not been found yet. Oh, but we figured out why we were stuck here.
Really, then why did I sneak into the lab with all of you and the lab was converted into a school? And for what purpose did we play a killing game at Tori-sama? If you know everything, you'll answer, right? Yeah, that was my thing. Like, why did this killing game have to happen?
Yeah.
Because obviously I don't think this one's being broadcast out.
Yeah.
So what was the point? That's it. So far we haven't even started the game we seek yet. This is just a prologue. The circumstances that brought you all here and what we need to uncover from now on is the truth after this. Indeed, something happened that forced you to evacuate to this lab. I think we established that last time. I guess we didn't really go into it, but... What happened to force you to live in a murder game? Shall we find out about this?
But I don't know anything about this. It's been so difficult up to this point. Do we need to do more?
Well, actually, those things have nothing to do with you. You don't need to know. No, these are truths that might be better not to know. Is she talking about the tragedy at large?
Maybe.
What are you gonna do? If you really want to, I can assume you won at this point and let things go.
Seriously?
Sure, I said it again and again, but it has nothing to do with you guys. This is just my personal entertainment. But you are never going to quit here, right? I don't know. If it was me here, I think I'm like half and half. Like, part of me would be like, no, screw it. If we can leave, I don't want to risk anything else. I'm getting out of here now. But the other part of me is like, I know myself that I'm like, I hate when I don't know things. So just leaving things somewhat open-ended, I don't think would sit right with me. So I don't know what I would think.
I wonder... I was thinking... From the timeline we're looking at here...
Yes.
Would... I assume that the first killing game would have ended by now, right?
Yes, because it's at least already started. I presume it's happened. I presume it's happened by now. Because those pictures we show were of the carnage, and that was what was happening while they were stuck inside the school. And if they couldn't get in contact with anybody, that means the communication was already cut off. So I presume it's happened.
Yeah. So does that mean... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If that lines up, Junko would have already died during the first killing game.
Then what's this appointment that she has? Unless Akane doesn't know that she's dead.
Or... Junko... When does she get converted to the AI?
I think it's implied that Junko... that's really difficult. Shoot, that's really fuzzy, I think.
Is it Izuru that does that?
No, I think Junko made the... I don't know if it was Chihiro who made it for her, but I don't think Izuru made it. The way I understand it is the only time that it could have been made was before they locked themselves in the school. Because if you recall, it was in the possession of Shirokuma and Kurokuma.
Yeah.
Meaning that it had to have been given out there before. So I imagine that the alter ego Junko was made before. Which makes sense because Chihiro developed alter ego, but because his memory was erased, he'd probably already developed it. Before the events of the game. So the way I probably gathered is that Chihiro, at Junko's request, probably made it for her, the base for her. Not suspecting that, anything was wrong. And she just modified it. And then presumably gave it to Monika.
Yeah.
Who would have put it in Kurokuma and Shirokuma before Izuru stole it at the end of the game. So I presume that was before the start of the first game where she got it. Because that's the only time that makes sense.
Yeah.
So... So if Junko's dead, then who was her appointment with?
Yeah, I don't know. Guys? Why are you so discouraged? They have just admitted defeat there. What if we make a mistake while continuing the trial for no reason? No matter what anyone says, isn't your life the most important thing? Let's just stop here and go outside. So we can all live together.
I understand where he's coming from. Teruya, do you really like this? Without knowing anything like this, without knowing why your friends had to die. Is it so good to get out without knowing why Haruhiko and Satsuki had to save us at the expense of their lives? Just as Maeda said, I can't just come here and give up. I knew she wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'll never give up until I find the whole truth.
Yeah, Rei and Kenjo are not gonna leave here until they get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
I know. But if it goes beyond this and becomes irreversible, if we die too, wouldn't it be hard to see the faces of those who died? Don't worry, Teruya. That'll never happen. I won't let it happen. Kenjo. I already put all the clues in hand. If we think based on the clues, the truth will 100% come out. So don't worry, let's defeat the mastermind. Completely and escape together. For the first time since the death of Maki and Higa, Kenjo starts to look trustworthy again. I'm really not.
Happening again. Then, I can say that everyone has hardened their minds, right? Please discuss the reason why you evacuated to this building. Well, this is pretty easy.
Okay, let's believe and keep going. I also want to know the truth. Still, I can't even say what I want to say with my voice. I'm just an idiot. I found clues in the open places, but I don't know what those mean at all.
There's no need to say it because everyone knows you. Thank you, Ray.
Burn, yeah.
Teruya, it's not like that. Even if we don't get the new clues, we might already know the answer, or the reason, excuse me.
For real? You know it?
Yeah, we found the reason for it when we investigated the 5th floor the first time. It was because of that huge event that we had to take refuge on such a remote island. I've been bothered before about the new places, such as the headmaster's office and the information processing room. And what was found on the 5th floor? What was found on the 5th floor? Are we saying, like, what information we found, or what we think was the cause? I don't know. I don't know what it's asking me here.
Well, it's got to be something about the
tragedy.
The tragedy, because we already know that we already covered how Kisaragi
got us here.
Like flew everyone here on the helicopter.
not that.
I don't think it's any of the notes.
Yeah, not Monokuma. Ultimate, not that. It's not this. It's not Murder Class Life. Is it really just the tragedy? It might just be this.
I think it's just the tragedy.
Yeah, okay, it is. The biggest and most desperate event in human history. You guys remember, right?
Well, maybe it's what you and Akane discovered on when the fifth floor opened.
That's right. There were scraps of newspaper articles. At the time, I was skeptical because it all seemed dubious. This absurdly large-scale incident. Wouldn't it be a valid reason for us to avoid it in order to stay on this laboratory on a remote island? Stay in this laboratory on a remote island?
Definitely.
The computers in the electrical room had more detailed information about this. It said that the incident began from a demonstration at Hope's Peak Academy's preparatory department, who were outraged by the incident.
If it's the preparatory department, that's it. They weren't talented students like us, who were scouted but ordinary students, who paid a huge amount of money for admission. Yes, I don't know if it was jealousy for talent or the main department ignored them.
I think it was some of both.
Yeah.
Because from what I gathered, a lot of the main staff at the main course didn't really care for the reserve course at all.
Yeah.
And I think also when everyone got sent the word about what happened to the student council, I would probably be outraged if my family spent their money to send me to a school that tried to cover that up.
Yeah.
Like because I imagine like not all these people were from wealthy families.
Yeah.
Or at least like not super wealthy ones. Mm-hmm. And then their parents just wasted all that money for them to go to this really elite school to find out this big elite college or high school was covering up the murder of 15 students.
Yeah.
Or 13, however many it was.
But there was always a fight between them. This too must have spurred their uprising. Wait, but doesn't that mean the students' demo was on the verge of the world's doom? Isn't that a bit strange? Even a large-scale terrorist group made of adults can't destroy the world, no matter how many students at Hope's Peak Academy there were. How can a single high school student drive the world into a major crisis?
Of course, it sounds like an impossible story. Honestly, I can't believe it either. But it has actually become true. According to a certain group consisting of students from Hope's Peak Academy. The group that was behind the preliminary department and demonstration and caused a literal worldwide event called the biggest, most desperate event in human history. If I summarize the clues I've gathered, that group is... Yeah, we know what it is. Where are they? These guys. Although they were not really the cause of the uprising, they became... I believe they became Ultimate Despair after the uprising had happened.
Yeah.
But we get the point. We get the point, though. The name of that organization is Ultimate Despair.
Ultimate Despair? Isn't that what Akane mentioned? That's right. The group was led by a student named Junko Inoshima. The worst criminal group in all of history, united as a central figure. Junko Inoshima has connections of high-status people who influence the world's situation, including the Toa group mentioned earlier. That's why the biggest and most desperate event in human history happened. Not just the power of a single high school student, but because the high-ranking status of people from various fields lent Junko Inoshima their power.
But why did these high-ranking people lend their power to a single high school girl? Even worse, for a high school girl whose goal was to destroy the entire world. That's because Inoshima-sama has an irresistible charisma that cannot be denied. That's why she gained such a huge following as a model.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've thought that since I was a kid that the world was crazy. But this is crazy beyond my imagination. Yeah.
I mean, the whole idea of, like, Junko and the tragedy and stuff is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I think we were talking this off stream, like, that might also be the one part of the first game that may not be as grounded in realism. Especially because it's left really vague how it happened in the first game. The second game fills in a lot of the details, making it a little more logical as to why. But given the context of the first game, that's the one part that may not be as grounded in logic because it's so vaguely explained how it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole thing with, like, the tragedy is very, like, outlandish, and I don't think... I would be very surprised if anything like that ever happened in real life.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or hopefully if it does, I'm dead by that point.
Yeah. Wait, didn't Akane tell us she was Ultimate Despair? It's a group?
Ultimate Despair is also a term that refers to a group and its members. I am Akane Taira, a member of the Ultimate Despair, and I am an Ultimate Despair student. Well, actually, I'm a bit different from the other members. Why? So what makes her different from Class 77?
I guess she's about to tell us.
Yeah. They only act as a principle and purpose of encroaching the world on the world with despair, but apart from that, I am fascinated by them and follow them. So she doesn't actually do any of the terrible things they do, she just observes them? Huh. Them? The Ultimate Despair group said that they worshipped Junko Enoshima like a queen and believed in them frantically. I can only imagine.
For whatever reason, the group committed acts of terrorism against the world. The members deserve to be caught and put under the mace. The mace of law?
The mace of
law. Before.
Yeah, I haven't heard that before. My apologies, but the law itself is not capable of functioning anymore. Well, if the world's destroyed, yeah.
Anyway, with the biggest and most desperate event in human history, be evacuated to this research laboratory, right? As you said, we avoided the worst of the incident. Didn't we? Then why?
Of course, if we had been there, we wouldn't have arrived here. But as I mentioned, a member of Ultimate Despair was already existed in our group. It's moi. Is that how you spell it? Moi? I don't know if that's it.
That's how they spelled it.
Yeah. Then there is some purpose for that girl to have erased our memories and make us live in the murder school.
The question is, what is the purpose?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Why did we have to go through this? What was the point?
Yeah. Because even without, I mean, I guess a lot of times in a lot of the Danganronpa games, there is no point.
I mean, the point of the first Killing game did have a point.
Yeah.
In regards to, like, they described it like the way it was to stomp out the last remnants of hope by watching the symbols of hope kill themselves. There was a reason.
Yeah.
And there was
like in a lot of small ways though.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is no point, which is why it's like disparable, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like
the third game, definitely.
Like why? It's like, yeah, why did all these awful things happen for what?
Yeah.
Because like giving it a point almost makes it less tragic.
Yeah. I still think there has to be some kind of reason for why these guys went through what they did. I can't just see that it's nothing. I don't know what it could be, though. Before we talk about that, we need to first check our bases. Guys, do you remember what happened when we entered the school? We lost our memories after entering the school, so if it was just before that, everyone will remember it. When we got to the school, right, due to the school circumstances, the entrance ceremony was held earlier than usual. Yes, our 79th class at Hope's Peak were no different from the 78th class in front of us in terms of years.
Well, that's a fact I know, but why are we talking about that all of a sudden? Weren't we talking about why the ultimate despair erased our memories and forced us to live in a murder school?
Hey, you're in a hurry to talk about a really useless topic. Wait, the fact that our admission deadline has been advanced may have a lot to do with our current situation. Our admission may be related to the situation, if that's the case. No, well, I think maybe it really is. The difference between the 78th class and the 79th class mentioned by Makaru. If you think about it. Right. Well, I think we know why we were admitted early, but... Is it literally it's just the 79th class? Geez, that's a lot of bullets. I think it's just the 79th classroom, I'm pretty sure. Are you saying that our early admission had something to do with our situation? Yes, is it not strange at first? Why the advance of admission time for us? Indeed, if you think about the relation between the information gathered in the electrical rooms, then the answer lies there. Don't just keep me between the two, let me know. The two. Just think about it. Why did the school break their own law and just accept new students in a hurry? They increased their emergency, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, it's the deaths of those 13 council members. That's why they were trying to get something else out in the news to override it, pretty much. Teruya, that's it.
Yeah, what's it?
You said that must have been an emergency. When I heard that, I remember it. The clue I saw on the computer in the electrical room. Just before we entered the school, what happened at Cape Hope? What? What? I don't know what that translation is. That's not right. About that event. At Hope's Peak Academy, about that event. That incident was also the start of the biggest and most desperate event in human history. It was also the cause of the preliminary demonstration that we spoke about earlier. Because of the incident, our admission date was rushed. It was to cover up this incident by accepting the new students and attracting more. According to the information on the computer, it was started that way. The incident is... yeah, I know this one. Or this one. Correo. The name of this event was the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy. Right?
What? Another desperate event? There's so many desperate events. Few people know about this incident. Unlike the biggest, most desperate event in human history, Hope's Peak Academy thoroughly covered it up. Covered it up? You mean the reason that admission was adjusted was to cover up that big incident?
Of course. It wasn't such a simple incident that it was hidden by our admission alone, so other measures must have been taken. But what is certain is that our admission was part of the cover-up. The details of that case are unknown, but it said that Izuru Kamakura, a student of Hope's Peak, brutally killed 13 council students.
Kamakura? Who's that? Izuru Kamakura was the ultimate hope. Called by Hope's Peak Academy, they created an artificial genius.
I'm so glad that's not possible in real life.
Yeah.
Because of the extent of how they do that is terrifying.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal of Hope's Peak Academy was to create artificial talent. And the whole experiment is the existence of a student named Izuru Kamakura. It was studying the talents of the students at Hope's Peak to create a human being with all kinds of talents. This incident is very top secret, so it must have been the fact that no one other than the persons involved knew about it.
Wait, it was surprising that Hope's Peak Academy was founded with such a purpose. But why do you guys know about this super secret?
Did you investigate at all? Just shut up already. If he said he went to the electrical room, we should have seen it.
Yeah. Oh, everyone got it. It was a clue. I guess I forgot. Still, why did the student chosen as Ultimate Hope kill 13 people? That was because he was bored, right?
I think, like, in the canon timeline, as in the non-anime, it's left intentionally vague as to why that happened. It is implied that Junko set up the scenario in which the students were killed. Now, whether that was, canonically speaking, Izuru killing them all, although it did say Mukuro killed one of them in that thing we found. It is implied. I said if the anime is technically canon here, the bulk of the students killed each other, and Izuru only really killed one. If that is the canon direction they're going. But I believe it was the reason that Izuru was even involved. I think was because it was to show him that the unpredictability of despair. I believe what it was because he doubted it. Which was because he was bored, which was part of that.
Yeah.
So it just depends on if they canonically address that. But I said it depends. So.
I'm pretty sure I remember when they talked about it. I believe in the first game, a lot of them like killed each other.
Yeah, which makes sense because Izuru was not mentioned at all in the first game.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure that's the canon.
Yeah. But I already read that one. So.
Oh, okay, I thought you did. Sorry.
Yeah. One thing is for certain. As stated in the clue, Izuru Kamakura was a failure. Before we entered the school, the academy noticed Kamakura's failure, and it may have rushed our admissions to make up for it. Still, this may be a bit of a guess.
Does that mean they were going further to study the talents of the 16 of us to create a more perfect Ultimate Hope? Well, that's not a bad guess. I'm a 79th student like you, so I can't fully know, but the possibility exists. But the biggest reason for the failure of Izuru Kamakura project was ironically that he was too perfect. That's right, yeah, which makes sense. Because he was too perfect and was so good at everything else was predictable to him, and therefore it's all apathy at that point.
Yeah.
So that if you're perfect at everything, there's no challenge, no excitement, no unpredictability.
Yeah.
It's all boring. Which I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
With all the talents, he fell into despair even more easily because everything went according to his way. That's what he said, but I don't know. Because he had all the talents, everything fell the way he wanted. That may sound like an all-rounder at first glance, but if things really go the way you wish every time... Ugh. I still wonder... They mentioned they ran it again. I wonder if they ran... I've said it. I'm almost thinking they probably ran it on him.
Is he Izuru?
Is he?
That'd be
a twist.
That would be a crazy twist.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because Izuru is not Yuki.
No, he's Hajime. So I'm wondering if this is literally just another time they tried.
Yeah, maybe.
What the hell is this headache? It feels like it's splitting my head. Why is my head hurting so much?
Izuru Kamakura doesn't matter anyway. That part is already over. The important thing is that the incident is closely related to our situation. Right, that's the important thing.
Yeah, I don't imagine the original Izuru has any relevance to what we're actually going through, the original Izuru.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's the relationship between the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak and us? Although very few people know about the incident itself, only a small few know the truth of that case. And one of them was Kisaragi.
Yeah, because he found out about what Mukuro did, and therefore connected it to Junko.
Yeah.
So he knew about the council, and now that really screws things up that he's dead and can't just tell us.
Yeah. I didn't listen in close detail, but after arriving at this lab, he spoke to me for a few moments. Did I explain that the biggest and most desperate event in human history was caused by a group called Ultimate Despair?
Yes, you did.
And that the head of the group was a crazy girl named Junko Inoshima.
Yeah, you did.
In fact, that incident that Kamakura caused was also orchestrated by Junko Inoshima.
Okay, so I was right. So that is canonly correct. They mentioned that in 2. Byakuya says that in the final trial that she set it up.
Yeah.
So that means the culprit of the biggest and most desperate event in human history and of Hope's Peak are both Junko and Inoshima?
Yes. It seems that Junko Inoshima imprisoned 14 students at the time. The ultimate hope. Izuru Kamakura in a secret room and then forced them to a situation where only one can survive by killing. As a result, Izuru Kamakura murdered all 13 people except for one student council president and went on hiatus.
Okay, that's canon correct that the one survivor was the new president. There's a whole side story in Danganronpa 0 that talks about that.
Yeah.
So that's actually true. I like that they did their research on 0.
Yeah.
I like that.
The school tried to cover up the shocking fact. However, Junko Inoshima spread rumors about the massacre of Izuru Kamakura among the students, knowingly and unknowingly. And when the students of the preparatory department heard the rumors and learned the truth, an explosive uprising broke out. This was the process of transformation of the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy into the biggest and most desperate event in human history. Isn't there a part of what I said right now that makes you uncomfortable?
Part that doesn't feel right. We know that the story was spread by Junko Inoshima, but a story before this comes to mind. A situation where you have to kill to survive. Is this the part that doesn't fit? What was this thing? Among the clues I gathered, there were clues to suggest a situation similar to this. Is that the murder class life?
Yeah, it must be.
It is, okay. A situation where you can only get out by killing. Doesn't this sound like a dreadful feeling we know?
Indeed. Junko Inoshima provided an environment in which murder must occur for Kamakura and the members of the student council. as if trying to make an experiment.
That is correct, because like the killing of the student council was the prototype for what would become the killing game of the 78th class.
Mm-hmm.
So that is correct.
Among them, there was even a harsh rule of if there is no murder within the time limit, everyone will die. That's like... There's only one thing I'm going to tell you from now on. The ballroom is locked, and it's impossible to get out. Meaning, you guys have to kill someone.
You've heard it from somewhere else, haven't you? You've heard it from somewhere, haven't you? That's right. I felt this was coming, but the story is connected only after we've come this far. The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy is a story very similar to our current situation.
You mean there were people who went through a similar situation before us? But why are you doing the same thing over and over again? That's the question of the hour.
Yeah. What was the point? Why?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. According to the clues in the electrical computers, Junko Inoshima devised some kind of plan in order to plunge the world in despair after the biggest and most desperate event in human history. That is the purpose of erasing the memories of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy, who are recorded as the only survivors from the biggest and most desperate event in human history. They aren't the only survivors.
Well, it said recorded survivors.
They're the only recorded survivors
of the school.
Of Hope's Peak.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because obviously there were still people alive.
No.
Watching the televised event.
Yeah, because that's correct. Because if you recall, all the Reserve Corps students pretty much when they uprose and took the school, basically murdered pretty much all the other Ultimate students, and then they all committed mass suicide right after. So that killed off everyone else, except for Class 77, who were presumed dead because they faked their deaths, and Class 78, who Jin Kirigiri protected with the shelter plan.
Yeah. And then anyone else surviving was just like regular citizens that somehow didn't get caught up in the initial event. Causing them to kill each other in a situation where they can't remember each other. It's a killing school life.
They even recorded it live to the students killing each other all over the world at the same time. The students of Hope's Peak Academy are the symbol of hope to others. Seeing them slaughter each other must be so heartbreaking.
Simultaneous live broadcasts all over the world? I've done some embarrassing things.
Hold on, I know this because I saw the electrical room too. At first glance, this seems to be talking about our current situation, but there's something strange about it. The strange part is... I think it's this last one.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Wait a minute, there's something strange about that. We are the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy, and we're still alive. The only surviving members being the 78th class, isn't that odd?
That's right. I thought Teruya was mistaken, so I was going to talk about it. Huh? The 79th? Wait a minute. We are the 79th? Then the 78th class was the target of the killing school life. Huh?
According to all the data, all the students of Hope's Peak Academy died except for the 78th class due to the biggest and most desperate event in human history.
What's with that? They're treating us like we're dead people? Yeah, it's strange. It's not only that we were treated as dead, but it is also strange that we went through a killing school life that the 78th was supposed to do.
There were no other clues about it either. What's the connection between us and the 78th class? Everyone is slowly starting to get confused. Yeah, that's the confusing part. Like, what are we doing here? We're
Yeah,
not in the lab, but why? What is it? Why is this game going on?
yeah. If it's not for
The
the
broadcast.
the broadcast and Akane doesn't even, I don't know, like, does
Eh,
she like specifically have any connection with Junko personally? Is doubtful, or at least vague right
She
now.
hasn't told us yet.
And then, especially with Junko possibly not even being alive right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strange.
That is strange, dude. Should I help you? Let me give you one hint. As Atori-sama said, treated us as dead people. It could be the cause of your situation. The fact that it was recorded as such means that no matter what we have done, it's officially as nothing happened. Because we're technically legally dead,
Mm-hmm.
as people think, so and because we're isolated right now, no one else is gonna know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, if everyone dies, no one will
Oh no.
suspect anything.
Yeah, why? What was the point of it?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Do you know what I mean? If you think about it backwards, it would be difficult to do this to someone who is officially recorded as alive. This this mention also includes me. I'm also a 70 in the 79th class, and it was reported that all the students who were not in the 78th class were dead.
What are you saying? Don't make things difficult. Are you thinking of scrambling our minds by saying a complicated story? No. Hold on. It's definitely that woman, Akane Taira, who locked us up in the lab and made us play a murder game. She's a member of the Ultimate Despair, and we thought the situation we were in had something to do with the Ultimate Despair. But is it really? Regarding her killing school life, Junko Inishima's grand plans were also covered. Did it really need to be carried out with a plan very similar to this, through people with records of being dead?
What do you mean, Joe? I don't know how much the forces of the Ultimate Despair is, but since they're the ones who caused the crimes on a world-class scale and are currently active, I don't think they're small numbers at all. However, the most important plan is the leader of such an organization had planned. Was it necessary for Akane Taira to carry it out alone?
Yeah, that is odd that she's the only one that's here and the only one that's apparently been here.
What if there is someone else that's Ultimate Despair too
Yeah.
in our group?
Hmm. What? That means the culprit is someone other than Akane?
It's not an unlikely story yet, but I want to tell you something else now. According to the data left behind, it is not us that Junko Enoshima picked as the targets of her plan, but the 78th class, and the records show all that but the 78th class died. Thinking back on Akane Taira's words for a while ago, for them, students other than the 78th class don't exist.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but for whatever reason, okay, it's true that we went through a murder class life, right?
No, wait, something came to mind when I heard what you just said now. According to Makaru's words, wouldn't it be like an insurance to the Ultimate Despair students? But this isn't being broadcasted. What would be the point of it?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why Junko Enoshima planned the 78th as the target, but if the goal was to kill the students of Hope's Peak, which are the symbols of hope, I don't think it was necessarily limited to only the 78th class. There's a possibility that the plan had been changed, but there was no such input. Therefore, the killing school life for the 78th classroom murder remains the same, but we exist as a second plan just in case. I'm thinking maybe...
Maeda did it for me and sorted it out well.
I'm trying to think of... If this was just some backup plan, and the killing school life went as it did, what was the point of starting it? Unless... I don't know. I'm trying to think what would have been the point of starting it if we're going along this line of thinking.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
A subplan is an insurance that is perfect even if you don't have it made. It'll be enough if someone does this, and it's just an outsider from the standpoint of the ultimate despair.
Yeah. There was some compelling evidence that Junko Enoshima personally entrusted some kind of mission. In other words, the mastermind of the incident we experienced is not an ultimate despair. What am I... I'm trying to think of what that would be. We've already used that. Not that. Tragedy. Murder Class Life. Kisaragi Foundation. Might be that, I don't know. Not Monokuma. Not the notes, I don't think. I don't think it's the notes. Unless it's this, I don't know. Unless that's the outsider she was talking about, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one. What do you think?
So, we're trying to figure out the the outside force.
Yeah.
That wanted Taira to lock us up here.
I think there's only 2 bullets it could be, but I don't know which one we're getting at here. I almost think it's probably this one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll try this and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm going with the other one.
Yeah, it must be this one, because I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Ultimate Despair external agents. There's clear information on the computers about them.
External agents? What's that?
It was really, we never heard about this in any of the other games. This is something original they came up with.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Despair are made up of only Hope's Peak Academy students, but it said among them there are people who lend their power to the Ultimate Despair, so to speak, even though they're not students of Hope's Peak.
Well, I would say this group of people isn't necessarily...
They're not named, but it is referenced that there are people like that, yeah.
Yeah, because they were part of why the world fell apart.
Okay, yeah, there's not called this. They aren't given a term, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Those are ultimate
the people who work with the Toa group Monokumas to bring down governments and stuff.
yes, when you think about what we said earlier, that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Wait a second.
Sorry.
Wait a second. So what are we talking about?
So I guess Akane is not part of Ultimate Despair at large. Well, I guess she technically could be because she was technically a student. But she even mentioned that she didn't really work directly with the group. She just kind of observed them. So was she one of these agents, or was she technically Ultimate Despair too? I don't know.
What are we talking about? What's the matter with the agents outside of Hope's Peak Academy?
Put it simply, the culprit responsible for imprisoning us and making us live this murder game was not an Ultimate Despair. Okay, so she's not part of Ultimate Despair at large. She's not part of the Ultimate Despair as the same as the 77th class was. Which makes sense. The criminal. In other words, Akane Taira was not an Ultimate Despair, but an Ultimate Despair external agent.
Wait, isn't that strange? Person who is not a student of student of Hope's Peak Academy is an external agent of Ultimate Despair? But if Akane was an Ultimate Despair, she was still in the same class as us, right? That's not necessarily the case. As written on the computer, there are outside agents who entered Hope's Peak Academy and are no longer an outside agent. And even the words that Junko Inoshima personally entrusted a special task to the outside agents.
Meaning the unique difference is this killing school life we experienced. It was commissioned by Junko Enoshima, and she put it into practice with a formerly Ultimate Despair and a member at present of the Ultimate Despair agents, Akane Taira. It was you. Did you notice my hint and remember the difference between the 78th class and the killing school life? Indeed, it was all of you.
What? I'm not exactly sure what she meant by that.
Yeah.
Was it just saying that the only
difference is the fact that students participating were dead, technically?
Or that we were both participating in a similar killing school life? Is that the only connection?
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure where they're going with that.
Yeah.
Wait a moment. Can you tell me something? Can you tell me something I can understand? I can understand that the killing school life was thought to be intended for us, even if we didn't want to. This means that the plans for the 78th class and what we went through were two separate things. And I can barely understand that a person who knew Junko Inoshima entrusted a task and was working with an outside agent, Akane. But in the end, I have no idea why. If the 70th class killing game was to put people in despair through a live broadcast, what was the meaning of our killing school life being treated as dead people? Yeah, okay, yeah, so they haven't explained it fully yet.
No.
What's the reason for doing this again? Okay, so we're not expected to know yet.
Yeah.
Tsuruya, calm down. We don't even know that reason yet. What? You don't know? For now, there are two things to correct in your words. One is that the 78th class may not yet have gone through the killing school life yet.
Yeah, we don't exactly know how much time has passed between the time we came to the lab and the time that we were knocked out.
Okay, I believe it's hard to say for sure, but because of the information that has been given, I would assume that this is happening after Despair Girls.
So that would mean that, yeah, the killing school life has happened already.
Yeah. And yeah, so because I don't know if until that point people even knew that Toa Group helped make the Monokumas, correct? Wasn't that something they discovered? Or were the Monokumas originally, weren't they supposed to be just like little like servant robots?
Yes, they were. Well, that's what Monica pitched them as.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not what they were.
Monokumas didn't exist though. Were they like around before the killing school life or like
no.
the tragedy started?
No, I don't think Monokuma itself was an invention or anything.
Yeah. So, from this information, I can only assume that this would have happened after Despair Girls.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't think anyone would have known about the Toa Group connection.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll tell us.
Yeah. Although I don't know what they're doing now. The clue about the killing school life said, if this plan is carried out, it means that there's still time before it's implemented. But I can't be sure, I don't know the exact date from this. And secondly, the purpose of our killing school life can be guessed by considering the order of the events. It's also a very likely guess.
Ooh, where should we begin? Think the answer you should believe in. I hope you can give me a response that meets my expectations.
Wait, I'll tell you. It doesn't matter who says it, because we're all probably thinking the same thing. It's verbose, but in the end, there must have been a purpose for that made us experience a horrible killing school life. Let's summarize everything we've discussed so far. This killing school life is a plan that makes the students of Hope Speak Academy the symbols of hope kill each other, making the viewers feel utter despair. This is the characteristics that the culprit forced students in a situation where they can only live by killing, and the place it took place in an enclosed space. And there was one more characteristic of this person believed to be the original target, the 78th class, from what we experienced. Which is the biggest, most awful, or the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope Speak Academy that we were talking about a while ago. Let's think. If I were the ultimate despair, Junko Urashima's real purpose must have been the 78th class. Then why did it have to be repeated twice? And as if this was a test. As if to see if there have been any mistakes. Kinjo mentioned something familiar. Yeah, I think I know. Akane's purpose is... it's not the first one.
It could be the second one?
It could be the second or the third.
Yeah, I think it's probably the second.
Yeah.
This is like a test run to see.
So is this like a prequel?
I guess so.
We don't know exactly what time in the timeline we are in right now.
If this is before, it definitely would be a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Because we do know that they're in the school for an entire year.
Yeah.
And this, at least on the outside, it could possibly be only a few months after
the tragedy.
Even a few weeks after the main tragedy.
Yeah. Because I mentioned this killing game's only been going for about a month, so
yeah,
it would make sense that it could have been before. We'll try the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy happened before we entered the school, which is true. And the biggest and most desperate event in human history happened a few months after we entered the school, which is also correct.
That's true, but why are you suddenly talking about this?
The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy, the killing school life we experienced. And the killing school life that aimed at the 78th class are similar events. And the order of events is the event at Hope's Peak Academy, followed by us, and the days of the 78th class, who are presumed not be in the killing game yet. A while ago, when Kenjo was referring to the biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy, he said, as if you were trying to do something. Yes, an experiment. The massacre of Izuru Kamakura and the killing school life we went through. Isn't this a rehearsal stage of the killing school life aimed at the 78th class? I didn't even think that would be, even a possibility. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Practice? A rehearsal? I have some thoughts about. I have the same thoughts as Maeda. If you think about it that way, the front and back will match. Judging from the data, from what the data shows, a live broadcast of the killings must have been a very important plan. Because they were the kind of people who commit such things on a large scale, they must have prepared it very thoroughly. In that sense, the incident that happened at Hope's Peak Academy, which forced a situation where you can only live by killing, it can be seen as the primary rehearsal ahead for this plan.
Yeah, but as Maeda said, the incident happened before we even started school. Even if, at this moment, the killing school life of the 78th class hasn't started yet, the time period of this plan is too long.
I see, that's why Yuki was talking in chronological order? The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy is a rehearsal that came up just as a thought. As the implementation of this purpose approaches for the final adjustment, the experimental phase is necessary again.
Right, besides, when the Kamakura incident occurred, on the surface, the world was still in good shape. So it would have been difficult to implement on a large scale. Probably the only way to progress a killing class was under a fairly simple circumstances. On the contrary, we don't need to pay attention to the public, as it is the biggest and most desperate event in human history. On record, we are treated as dead, and we were even the students at Hope's Peak Academy. From the point of view of the mastermind, having no people as test subjects was the ideal position for this experiment.
That's what it was. The reason why the laboratory was remodeled like a school on purpose was to make us believe that this is Hope's Peak Academy. Everything was done to create a setting that was as close to the original plan as possible.
Which explains why the school is slightly different, but in the pure sense looks really similar.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever get the remaster done, how that's gonna look on the later points of the game, because on the new stuff they put in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in the remake they went and made it even match even closer.
Yeah.
To the original school. play out from the first game.
Yeah. If they ever get that finished, I would like to actually. I wouldn't be opposed to actually playing that on my own time and playing through this again. Yeah. Not streaming it, but I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again, to seeing what they do with it.
Yeah.
It's literally veering into my Nagito laugh there. It's getting close to it.
Seriously, you guys are talented. It would be a waste to use you as simple practice objects like this. It is as you guys said, all of this was just a test to execute the killing school life. The 78th school students are in perfect shape for Enoshima-sama's plan.
So this is a prequel. They're not dead yet. Which explains that I guess the appointment could still be with Junko because Junko's not dead yet.
Yeah. Well, as far as Akane knows, depending on the timeline and how long she lost her memory for.
Yeah, that's the only thing, yeah.
I don't know if... We still don't know for sure if this is actually happening before or after.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be before, but we don't know that for sure.
Yeah, we don't, I guess.
It happened like that.
Yeah.
You all were just peons in the end.
Peon.
You don't hear that word very much.
Yeah. I don't want to be peed on.
Neither do I.
What is this? Well, what the hell did we... The people who died, for what reason did they die like that?
Don't be too sad. Anyway, all of you... No, we were all supposed to have died at the beginning of the most desperate event in human history.
So, before I continue here, like, if they were presumably all supposed to die, then they were just supposed to fall in with the rest of the Ultimate students and be killed by presumably the reserve course with everyone else. But I guess maybe Junko at the beginning didn't foresee Kisaragi taking the actions he did to try to save them.
Yeah.
I imagine that's probably what happened. She probably didn't know that Kisaragi knew anything.
In human history.
We? Do you mean you two?
Yes, didn't I tell you? Except for the 78th class, all the students of Hope's Peak died. In fact, about 2,000 students from the preparatory department who sympathized with Enoshima-san did a mass suicide.
Yeah. I was wondering if they were going to mention that. More than 2,000? As far as I know, the total number of the preparatory department must be around that much, right?
Yes, so all the students of the preparatory department committed suicide. It seems that a few Ultimate Despair members of the main department who are Enoshima-sama's closest aides are alive, strictly speaking. That appeared there. Strictly speaking, I was just an Ultimate Despair external agent with the ultimate talent. Okay. So the closest aides, that's the 77th class.
Yeah.
That's all them. So as we know, they're still alive. So our class was supposed to die with all the other Ultimate students who just got killed off.
But even Junko didn't anticipate... Well, maybe she did.
Yeah, because, like, obviously Kisaragi knew what Junko was... Or that she was planning something. But did Junko know that he knew?
It does seem like that. Because that seems like why Akane is here. Because when Junko realized that this class was going to escape, she came up with the plan to use them as the test subjects.
Or unless Akane told her that that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Which might be more likely that Akane just told Junko that that's what they were doing.
Yeah. Either way, she, like, figured out somehow and, like, adapted her plan for this.
I actually feel so bad for Kisaragi in a way, like...
Yeah.
Like the
like
best of it.
He tried so hard to help everyone.
Yeah, like it's entirely. Yeah, it makes you feel so bad because like Akane literally just said they were all supposed to die, and he tried so hard to save people that he was really close to. Even like I said, sacrificing his own, like, you know, providing his own kind of property, like his part of his own talent.
Yeah.
With, like, you know, giving them a space to stay, giving them people to help, you know, kind of look out after them with the researchers and all that stuff. Even like getting them out of Hope's Peak of his own volition.
Because, I mean, the plan almost worked too, if not for one despair agent.
Yeah.
It would have worked.
Yeah, if Akane wasn't part of the group at all, we would have presumably just been waiting out the tragedy.
Yeah.
That really makes you feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
And we still haven't figured out exactly why he had to die then, when he did.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I feel so bad for him. Dude, I never thought I would feel that way for him, like, as a character, but I'm like, dude, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Dude, I'm sorry, Yamato.
In other words, the fact we, the 79th class, were like dead water.
Dead. I guess more dead in the water would make more sense.
Yeah.
Or we're like dead in the water. We are still alive, and the reason we even tested the killing school life is probably because of a variable from Kisaragi-sama's sudden action.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, Kisaragi, I'm so sorry.
As you can see from the notes I left as clues, he knew everything about us as Ultimate Despair in advance. Because Kisaragi-sama took us out of Hope's Peak Academy, we are still alive.
It's like so almost disrespectful that she's still calling him Kisaragi-sama.
Yeah.
Showing like a sign of respect.
Yeah.
For someone that
she literally screwed over the plan of.
Yeah. That'd be like someone like murdering your family and then being like, "Hello, sir." be like, I don't want your
I don't want your
politeness.
respect, you murderer.
Yeah. That's like basically what she's doing here.
Yeah.
Then you contacted Junko Inoshima. And then prepare to test murder school life using us, who became like a surplus of manpower.
That's it. To be honest, I didn't think Inoshima-sama would be on the side of a crisis in a situation like this. I still can't help but admire Inoshima-sama's ability to incorporate such a sudden event into part of her plan.
These scumbags. This is too much. We were dead. Only just peons.
In the end, from the start to finish, it was the hands of Junko Inoshima, including Akane Taira, the mastermind of our case.
Can't understand what makes humans fall so much. The behavior of these guys is far beyond common sense.
I guess we're making up for all the times you have to do this laugh, but now I have to do it. Now it's over. Either way, in the end, you failed. We four survived. Now that we know all the truth, we're going to get out of here and fight with whoever made the world like this.
I'm surprised Monokuma hasn't had more to say during this.
Yeah.
He stayed pretty silent overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, as the law officer, I'll bury this guy in front of me.
Oh, here's Monokuma.
Yeah, chiming in. Miss Taira, isn't this a big deal?
Oh, don't worry, everyone is still lively. Or is everyone still lively? Before that, I have one question for you. You gave us hints quite blatantly. It's like there's something open free about it. Really? I've said it many times, but to tell you the truth is entertainment in itself. Isn't it enough just to have fun until the end?
Shut up. What's so funny? Because of this useless fun, because of this crazy case, most of our lives were in vain. I will never forgive you.
Well, great. Do whatever you like. Burn me alive if you want. That is, if you ever find out the last truth.
Okay. So we found out one of my big 3 questions. Like, why were we involved? We found that out. I don't know specifically if we're gonna find out about the bomb, but I'm still wondering the big truth as to, like, what is up with Yuki. And I wonder if that's what we're getting at here.
Yeah. Last truth? We haven't we already found out all the truth? Now that we've found out the truth, doesn't the trial end with our victory?
Nope. There's still one more thing you don't know. The purpose of this new Killing School Life, it is true that it is a test stage for the 78 class's murder game. But there is one more purpose other than that.
Wow. What else would there be?
You bitch. You don't want to admit defeat. So you're trying to pull something now?
Could I? Think about it. What you don't know yet. I said that I was the mastermind, another me with a stupid and bright character that was always with you, right? I could not control the situation behind the scenes because I had my own memory. I had erased my own memories.
Oh, I know what we're getting at. We still haven't found out who that person Kisaragi was warning us about is yet. We still don't know that yet.
If there is no coordinator, the test or anything at all will not be established.
So you're telling us to uncover that secret?
Don't joke around. Even without you, Monokuma over there just adjusted the situation.
You have a point. So then who is the one controlling Monokuma-sama?
That's... Well, you don't have to think, because you don't know. That's right, this super sweet Monokuma-sama is a perfect and beautiful robot that was being controlled by someone.
So he was being controlled in the end.
I guess.
But it obviously wasn't Akane.
Yeah.
So it had
Was it just the alter ego AI? Is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. The pure and innocent Akane who was with us could not control Monokuma, that is true. Then who the hell was Monokuma? Although Monokuma himself said it, but is it really the truth? Thinking back on the time of the investigation, I must have heard about Monokuma. Okay. Maybe we're getting at the AI, let's see what we have. It could just be I have to use Monokuma. Ultimate Spirit, Suro, Kisaragi Foundation, Monokuma, Someone's Note, Izuru Kamakura, Someone's Note, Someone's Note.
Yeah, I think it's the Monokuma and the
Information processing. Who's gonna be Monokuma? There's no one controlling him. Does the body look easy enough to be controlled by someone? But if someone is controlling it, it's moving right now. It's moving right now. Are you saying something only one of us is doing now? And there can't be a third party other than us, right? It's not going to happen. No more new characters. To be honest, the answer thesis has been set. You are all aware of this. Monokuma. We were in a rush to reveal the circumstance of the Foundation around us, but apparently Monokuma also came out during our discussion. If I think about what I learned during the investigation, I will definitely find an answer.
Yeah, this should be the that second thing Tori said, right?
Yeah.
Because we know Monokuma was controlling Monokuma. Yeah.
Oh, someone's in the chat here. Oh, it's James. Hey, buddy. These guys sound like me. You joined us here at a good point. We are in the climax here. No, Teruya. There's no one to control it.
Oh, didn't it said that once before? But when it's weird, it's like asking to guess someone who doesn't exist.
No. She was rather aiming for that. By asking people to guess a person that doesn't exist, she was attempting to make us think on a wrong answer and thereby confuse us.
I don't think anyone controls Monokuma either. I don't know if there were other people besides us, but no matter which way you look, it's a contradiction to say that there are people who control Monokuma.
Yes, it spoke about it for a while, and Monokuma was being mentioned that it was a robot developed in Toa City. It was equipped with artificial intelligence. If it's the Toa Group technology, it's not unreasonable.
Toa Group and the Kisaragi Foundation are mentioned to have already surpassed by far modern science in terms of technology.
Isn't that a bit too fuzzy? Any solid evidence to back it up?
If it's evidence. When I went to the IPR to investigate, Monokuma was sitting on a chair. When I made contact with that Monokuma, there was no reaction. Then another Monokuma came out and he said, "This Monokuma is the Monokuma that controls Monokuma." It said.
Yo, I heard you like Monokuma, so I made a Monokuma control your Monokuma.
Yeah.
A Monokuma that controls Monokuma?
Monokuma called that one Operator Kuma, which is meant to be literal. Everyone would know if they saw the IPR that there were a lot of unknown buttons along with the video from the surveillance cameras, right? I initially thought the mastermind was in a room that could control Monokuma, but that was wrong. The one who controls Monokuma it's only Monokuma. Operator Kuma wasn't talkative like the Monokuma we're familiar with, and he didn't even speak in a proper language in the first place. Monokuma thoroughly programmed it to control only Monokuma. That is the identity of Operator Kuma. So much Kuma.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make a joke about that.
What?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Earlier, Kinjo said that before we lost our memories. The Monokumas attacked the lab. And there were a lot of Monokumas in the back of the information processing room. And that for some reason didn't move. Yes, because Monokuma was a mass-produced robot. This guy who is full of smiles and laughs in front of us is special. I don't know why.
Monokuma-sama, I ordered you to give them a hint, but wasn't it too much?
Huh? Is that right? Does it really matter? As long as Miss Taira's purpose is accomplished, there's no problem.
Purpose? It's no big deal. Rather, what you said just now is the correct answer. You clearly understood that it was Monokuma-sama who controlled Monokuma-sama without getting caught in the trap I threw.
But what does it matter to find out Monokuma's identity?
Yeah, what's the point?
In the end, it seems that the one in control of the killing school life was like an AI named Monokuma, but the purpose itself, that it was a test of the killing school life, did not change.
No, it certainly has a different purpose other than the killing rehearsal. Monokuma-sama's true identity is a very important clue to solve the mystery.
Damn it. Only just this. We just need to figure out this. What's the purpose?
Monokuma's identity serves another purpose. The first purpose is to test out the killing school life. If Monokuma's identity serves another purpose, Was there a fact we learned about Monokuma while investigating, while investigating, or was there a fact that was close to the purpose? Yeah, another test. The nuance of experimenting with something clearly had a purpose. And to represent that is... I don't know what we're getting at here. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not that. Not this. We use that. I don't think it's this.
It might be that.
Or it might be.
Because that's where it talks about
the
alter ego was cloned from Junko Inoshima.
We can try this one. I think that's the only one that makes sense.
Because, like, the other ones talk about, like, the notes. Yeah, this is the only one that really talks about, like, the AI and stuff. I can't think of.
Let's go with that then.
I don't think the other one's really
Yeah,
cool.
it is. When I saw that video that appeared on the display in the IPR, wasn't there information about another purpose from you? Huh? That display on the ceiling? I did see a video coming out of there.
Really? Let's take a look at what Maeda-sama is going to say next, shall we?
Or Maeda-kun. I was used to the Sama that
Yeah.
I got too into it.
Yeah.
Maeda-kun is going to say next, shall we?
Monokuma is a robot created using Toa Group's high technology. We know that this far. But it said one more piece of information on that display. It's the AI that I mentioned earlier. Actually, it's a fact that Monokuma has a program called Alter Ego created by the Ultimate Programmer, a student at Hope's Peak Academy.
Alter ego. Another ego? I only knew it in theory, but when it reached that point, it would have been a high-level, complete brain program that goes beyond simple artificial intelligence and can be regarded as a new person.
Perhaps the reason why Monokuma here is rich in emotion and humorous, unlike the Monokumas who attack the research lab, or the operator Kuma who controls Monokuma, is because that only Monokuma is equipped with an alter ego. Wait. Unlike the previous trial, Monokuma is involved in this trial only with the video sent on a screen, not directly from a body. We really didn't care at first, but what if Maeda said is true? If what Maeda said is true?
That's right! I expected that the topic of my identity would be discussed during the trial, so I participated in this trial in a rudimentary state. What do you mean?
To put it simply, Monokuma-sama in that monitor is not being shown from another place, but it's really in that video. The video of Monokuma-sama's programming data. In other words, that is the original Monokuma-sama's identity.
I see. That's how it happened. For some reason, I thought it was too natural for being a simple AI. It must have been an alter ego.
That's not all. In fact, I said Monokuma's alter ego is not the original, but a clone of someone's personality. Someone who is currently alive, and it was left until the end of the test stage. And I can guess from the fact the word test is being filtered here, but the second purpose of the killing school life that Akane Taira said, that was a Monokuma alter ego testing. Wasn't it an experiment to confirm that the alter ego Monokuma would operate properly?
I wonder if that's for
The second game.
Shirokuma and
Kurokuma.
Kurokuma as well.
Yeah, to make
Because
sure that...
they both had copies of the same alter ego.
Yeah. If that's the true reason we were recorded as a test subjects, and they were trying to experiment with us, it didn't matter where we were. They were trying to test Monokuma's alter ego as an experiment in a killing school life. Now maybe that's the purpose of alter ego's test, If there was an alter ego for a killing school life, it would already have been created.
The biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hope's Peak Academy. It was definitely strange to do 2 experiments in which a lot of effort would be wasted, no matter which order you do it.
How about it, Akane Taira? This is the truth of everything we gathered.
I expected it to be to a certain extent, but I'm sure it will all match without a doubt. Was it too much of a hint? No, it was like that on purpose.
That means it's the correct answer? All we've said is the truth?
That's right. Everything is correct. I gave you a lot of hints, but I didn't think you would be able to figure out everything like this. You all got unintentional information. Was this after the result of my... Was this after all the result of Maeda-sama's luck? It's rather scary and awe-inspiring power. It's a rather scary and awe-inspiring power.
What?
Where should I begin? As I said, we were originally dead, and a situation like this was completely unexpected. This plan began when the unexpected happened that Kisaragi-sama was evacuating us. I consulted with them immediately and waited for the instructions from the ultimate despair. Then Enoshima-sama made an improvisational plan as if it were nothing. That's what left of the experimental stage an alter ego test, which was duplicated from Enoshima-sama's personality.
Enoshima? You mean that alter ego of Monokuma is the alter ego that cloned Junko Enoshima's personality?
What kind of girl was she? Because she was a high school girl who drove the world to destruction? She had such a personality?
This killing school life was just a measure to determine and judge whether Monokuma-sama was capable to carry out her plan properly, as they are a clone of Enoshima-sama. In other words, our killing plan is a deteriorated version of the 78th class killing school life, and Monokuma-sama, who led the main story of our killing school life, was the deteriorated version of Enoshima-sama, who will lead the 78th class's killing game. This murder game was just a means to see if the alter ego would function properly. The school? No, there were surveillance cameras all over the lab, right? The original plan was to use those cameras to broadcast live events around the world.
Oh,
okay, so that was part of the plan originally.
For the 78th class.
In your case, it's different.
Okay, that's what I thought when they mentioned that. Like, it was not being sent to the world, it was being sent to wherever Junko is.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The video was meant to be sent to the information processing room, but it is also being sent to Enoshima-sama in another place elsewhere.
Junko Enoshima has been observing everything we've been doing?
We and the 78th class are different characters. You can't expect the same reaction because they have distinct personalities. But they tend to react to the same unexpected situations within the category of human. In addition to checking Monokuma-sama's normal operation, he was also sending a video as feedback for the murder game.
Because Monokuma was not a robot controlled by someone, but a person equipped with an alter ego, you could safely erase your own memories with confidence, even the mastermind. No matter what happens, Monokuma will take care of the plan. He only needs to create an opportunity to recover their memories later.
First of all, from the time I lost my memory until I got it back, I wasn't the real me, and I don't know what I was thinking. Why don't you ask Monokuma-sama about what's next?
Huh? You ask, sleep, and there's nothing more, right? This is really the end of our job.
Oh, are you okay with it? Now that the role is over, Monokuma-sama will be disposed of soon, right? Is it okay to stay quiet until the end? We lost anyway, so you can say whatever you want.
I have no idea what you mean.
But if all of this was just an experiment, I have a question for you. Kisaragi and Kurokawa's memory erasure didn't work properly, right? Knowing that, why did you go along with this plan? Oh yeah, even if I knew, that was something I couldn't have touched. Huh? As I have told you, all the plans have been done by Monokuma-sama. Because Monokuma-sama's experiment is more important than the killing class experiment. If he doesn't fulfill, then it becomes an issue. I can only guess the main purpose of the alter egos function only when Monokuma-sama, the coordinator of the students, who erases their memories and fills the number of people, must directly respond to all kinds of situations.
Hey, Monokuma. Should I say, at first, we were going to go ahead with 16 people, including Kisaragi-kun.
So he originally was planned to be there from the start.
Yeah. The 78th class were 16 students. So, however, as we proceed with the plan, Kisaragi-kun's condition was strange. I only found out in the middle. Kisaragi-kun's memory was far from clear. So, I stopped the plan before we had done, except for Kisaragi-kun. I then started all over again, the entrance ceremony. That's why there were 2 entrance ceremonies that people remember.
Okay.
So they had the first entrance ceremony, which Kinjo remembers.
So that would have been the one that was like the original class one.
Yeah, original one at Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah, that's why he remembered Kisaragi being there.
And Kurokawa being like her normal personality.
And then the one that Monokuma overwrote, or started over with Kurokawa being different and Kisaragi not being there, was because here. Kisaragi seemed different after the memory wipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we remember the entrance ceremony being at this building and not at the original Hope's Peak. And that's why we thought this was the original Hope's Peak.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have been a slightly different building.
Yeah. The entrance ceremony. That was when I introduced myself at the entrance hall, but Kisaragi was not there.
Because I didn't have one amnesiac. But also because I had a hard time dealing with that machine. So if I erase their memory twice in a row, there's a chance the subject's memory could become a living mess.
Okay. That's why he was so messed up. Was, like, Kurokawa only had it used on her once.
Yeah.
But if Monokuma used it on him twice, it would make sense why everything jumbled together.
Yeah. So, I completely ripped out your memories, starting with I entered Hope's Peak Academy. I don't know if you guys would remember, but if Kisaragi was not there at the time of the admission, wouldn't that cause an effect? Wait, then Kurokawa's memory was still intact, but she wasn't excluded for coming? The time I realized that Miss Kurokawa's memories were vague was after a murder had already happened. Since someone had already died, it was impossible to erase and reset memories again. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, there wouldn't have been enough people at the entrance ceremony.
No.
And that definitely proves that people are 100% dead.
Yeah.
Since even Monokuma admitted he can't do anything once they are.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so once Maki and Higa died, if he reset it, then obviously then you'd be missing you'd be missing 2 at least fully dead.
Mm-hmm.
And Kisaragi wouldn't have been there. And then presumably if you took out Kurokawa, you'd be down to 12.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be enough.
Yeah. My mission is to bring a killing school life into perfect shape. A student. A student with even a little bit of memory is the worst irregularity. That is why I tried to kill Miss Kurakawa as soon as possible.
So he was targeting her.
Yeah. Then that's also why he specifically did not try to save her like he did with Kinjo.
Okay. Which makes sense.
Because obviously he wanted her to die because she knew too much.
So maybe that's why he did that and revealed Kisaragi when he did, because he thought that would kill her.
Yeah.
He thought the overload would kill her, pretty much.
Yeah.
You tried to kill Kurokawa?
Monokuma-sama was developed by an ultimate class programmer. It boasts with a huge degree of completion, but unless they are real human, there are limits. Monokuma-sama responded to the plan programmatically. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard programmatically before.
Yeah, it just means
according to program, I bet.
Yeah, it means it's procedural and predictable.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Even though this was an experiment, not the main stage, the work was carried out so perfectly that it felt hard to accomplish without a degree of flexibility.
Unlike Kisaragi-kun, who actively appealed to him that his memories, even if his personality was blown away, Miss Kurakawa's memory storage side effects were not so threatening. Even if she tried to express it with words or actions, an immense pain would suppress it. So at the beginning, I thought it wouldn't matter, but as time went on, Miss Kurakawa continued to put pressure on me. To quickly rule her out, I kept holding her in check. After the ballroom incident, the number of students decreased and the plan became somewhat successful, so I decided to eliminate Miss Kurakawa without further delay.
So that was the only reason he introduced Kisaragi when he did.
Yeah.
Was because he was ready to get rid of her, because he knew that what her reaction to him would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had an idea that in some way the bomb would she would either die from her like memory suppression, or the bomb would kill Kisaragi, and then she would be blamed as the culprit.
Which is what happened.
Yeah. I guess both of those things technically happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because she technically died before even the
execution.
The execution. How could you?
What did Miss Makaru-sama ask the most? The identity of Kisaragi-sama's murderer?
I'm glad I didn't kill Kisaragi-kun and locked him up somewhere else. I released Kisaragi-kun, gave a commotion to Kurakawa-san. After killing Kisaragi-kun, I overturned the charges against her and tried to execute her.
I told you, didn't I? The culprit of the last incident was Monokuma-sama.
You broke the rules. You broke even the rules you set. So Monokuma was actually the one who caused the trigger to detonate the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
That's not right. As I said before, it was Miss Kurakawa who installed the storage device. So there's nothing wrong to say that Miss Kurakawa is the culprit.
If I had directed the plan myself, or if Monokuma-sama was more human, I might have left Kisaragi-sama and Kurokawa-sama alone. But never mind, it already happened. It was just an experiment from the get-go.
Experiment. In the end, we were destined to play into the hands of these guys anyway.
Oh, dude, this is the truth. There was no noble reason. It wasn't even there would be a grand ending. We were just desperate. We wanted the truth so damn much. What were our sacrifices for? What purpose did we pursue the truth? Did we have to kill each other to know this futile and cruel truth? That really does make you feel even worse for the people that are dead now.
Yeah. Because it's not like in the first game where they were able to like get out and found like the Future Foundation and stuff, and like make a difference.
Yeah, like the world knows they were alive. To the world, we're dead.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Congratulations. The game is cleared. It's your victory. So I guess we have two of my questions answered now. Why did the game happen, and who actually killed Kisaragi?
Mm-hmm.
So we got two of my three answered. Our victory doesn't feel like one. In fact, there were a few truths we found out on our own, and we were given enough clues. The truth we found out in that way was that we were nothing more than subjects of experiments for unrelated people. 78th class. Because of that fact, we won the trial. Our fighting spirit has disappeared.
Okay, doing a very quick scrub through.
Yeah.
It looks like we're done we are like actually done with the trial stuff.
Okay.
And it looks like it's just dialogue for like the next 2 hours until the end of the game.
Okay.
Even if we won, it doesn't seem like we did.
So we're done with all the mini games and stuff.
I think so. I think there might be one last.
There's probably the bullet
at like the very, very end.
It'll probably be like a bullet time or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's like one last like standard with bullet thing to I guess like quote in the
trial. Okay.
But that's not, like I said, there's like 2 hours of dialogue between now and then, so
yeah. I mean, if we have to call an intermission, we gotta call an intermission. But...
yeah. Even if we won, it doesn't seem like we did. What is this? In the end, the deaths of our friends were nothing more than dog deaths. Even if we survive, nothing changes. You played with us as if we had nothing to win. I can feel the displeasure that this victory was deliberately given away. What's the purpose in the end? Are you letting us go like this?
What's with that expression on your face? You have already plunged us into despair, and now you're angry with your defeat. Was it not enough? What? I can't say it openly in front of you. Memories don't come back that way. One way or the other, it was designed so that you could approach the truth yourself correctly. But why? What's wrong here?
Are we, I imagine we're gonna go over how Maeda is connected to all this.
Yeah, that's my big question here.
Yeah.
How fitting is the last one?
Why does he have all of the weird
inner voice.
And
why did he have all those weird flashbacks?
Yeah. I imagine that's what we're gonna cover here.
Why? Still, why? Are you not coming back? What the hell?
Akane?
This is unfair. I hate that you, I hate that face that you don't remember anything about me at all. I hate that face that you don't remember anything about me at all. That's why we've come this far. If I disappear like this, you should look out for me.
What's going on?
Yeah, this is really strange. Hey, what kind of bullshit are you saying? Stop screaming and get ready to let us out. We're going out? We're going out. How long are you going to keep us here?
We're going shopping.
What?
Said hop in, we're going shopping.
Yeah. I know it's hopelessly useless, and I don't want to, but we won anyway. We're going to survive.
Yeah, the main thing is that our lives are safe. Let's put our troubled hearts for later and get the heck away from this horrible place.
Don't joke around. Where do you think you're going?
Well, we won. We found all the truth, Akane. You lost the fight against us. Didn't you say that if we win, you'll get us out safely? Hurry up, come on.
Yeah, it's not that there's hope yet. Either way, I pushed it up until here, so all that's left is to rely on their ability.
Just moments ago, this person looked nothing like the Akane Taira I knew. The mood is completely different. Even I can even feel her despair. Why is she doing that? And apart from that, the more I see Akane Taira like that, the more my head hurts.
Yeah, it is your victory. I will guarantee your life. But one last thing. One more thing, please. I'll ask the last piece of the real truth.
I don't know what's more to say. Do we even need to proceed with the trial beyond this?
Are you truly satisfied with this truth?
I mean, I'm pretty much satisfied right now.
Yeah.
The basis of this was designed this way. Didn't you notice what the clues were pointing to? If you don't find out the truth, everything becomes meaningless. I left a lot of clues and hints to hear that answer.
What truth are you blabbing about? We already figured out everything.
That's right. Why are you so jumpy all of a sudden?
It's pathetic to be content with finding a plan that's nothing more than an experiment. If I tell you any more direct clues than this, it may become irreversible. Great. Now if I can't help, I'll give you a few more hints. If you listen to what I'm going to say from now on, you'll know why you're missing a very peculiar thing.
What? Are you saying we missed something? We should have found out all the truth. Akane Taira admitted that. Why is she acting like this?
One is Kisaragi's note in the back room of the library. It's them. Those guys are suspicious. Second is the clue related to the ultimate despair external agent. There are people who were external agents, but after entering Hope's Peak, they were no longer external agents. Junko Enoshima entrusted them with a special mission. Third is the bundle of notes from Kisaragi-sama in the headmaster's office. I thought it would be fine to deal with them in advance, but Mikako says we should trust them more.
I imagine the word them is very specific.
Yeah. See, that's what I was saying earlier.
That implies more than one.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I was onto something.
What do they mean?
This cannot be. No, it can't be. I see. It wasn't an unfamiliar fact. We've already talked about the possibility a few times now. When Akane Taira regained her memory, the truth being revealed, and we just naturally forgot. Then the truth that she wants us to tell us is... I think it's
The mastermind is not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
Yuki.
Yeah.
The secret Yuki may know the identity of the mastermind.
Yeah.
It was real all along.
Yeah. Which makes sense because Kurokawa was too.
Yeah.
And Teruya's.
Yeah.
Which was funny, but. Dude.
I think Teruya's and some of the other I think they might have mentioned like one or two more, but
Yeah.
those were definitely intentionally, like the goofy ones were intentionally mixed with the
Really serious ones.
serious ones to kind of like throw off the scent, I guess.
Yeah.
So you didn't know what was important and what was unimportant details.
Wait, so maybe. Wait a minute. I realized. If there's more than one person, and it is Maeda somehow. When you asked a few streams ago who the mastermind was, maybe we were both right.
Mm-hmm.
We just had different people. We were both correct somehow. Different lines of
Maybe.
thinking converging together as both correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have such good chemistry on these streams, because like you mentioned, we both notice different things.
Yeah.
No way. No, don't tell me there's more than one. So those guys, those who are no longer outside agents, they were entrusted on a mission. It refers to multiple people, not Akane Taira alone. That means the mastermind is not Akane Taira only. It's not possible. It's a really odd laugh, because like the okay. I can't get where the hoo-hoo starts again. I'll try. I can't do this laugh like you can. I'm gonna try though. So it's like if she does the poo-hoo, then it stops. Then she starts it again.
It's like poo oohoo 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 oof.
It's really weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really weird. I'll take it back. I'm not trying it. You get the idea, everybody.
That's it. That's it. That's the truth I wanted so much. You have to learn this truth and move on. By all means, do try.
Wait, what are you saying? There's another mastermind? What a joke. It's not a joke.
It wasn't surprising, because we've already discussed the possibility that there is more than one mastermind. The clue appeared to us before, and we became oblivious to that fact. In conclusion, it's quite possible. No, looking at the clues, it's highly likely to be true. Damn it, why did I overlook this important fact?
No, it can't be. It was obviously Akane Taira that knocked us out, and the others were together when the lab was attacked.
Did Kenjo-sama see that person?
See that in person.
Oh, see that in person?
What?
The only fact that Kenjo-sama saw was that Akane Taira, who was hiding behind you, attacked you as an ultimate despair. In that panic attack, Kenjo-sama didn't see any of his friends other than me, am I wrong? That's because the mastermind that Kenjo saw was me. Elsewhere, my colleague, that person was attacking the students.
When I get to that last part of the laugh, that's when the Nagito kicks in.
Yeah.
That person. The person you're talking about, don't you mean Inoshima?
No. Why is a person like Makaru-sama like that? I never told you that Inoshima-sama was with me. Because I referred to Inoshima-sama, I was calling Inoshima-sama's name.
Because when I referred to her, I was calling her name.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that person?
No, it doesn't matter. That's right. Monokuma. No. Was it another member of the Ultimate Despair that was helping outside? That's gotta be.
No, you are escaping reality now. The people in the laboratory are the 79th class students of Hope's Peak Academy. and one program called Monokuma-sama. There are no other people other than us. Didn't I tell you? Meaning, they are one of the 16 students from the 79th class. It's also a fact that it's one of the people here. This is the truth that I really wanted.
I might just on the last laugh just go full on Nagito at one point. I'm waiting for it.
Among Us.
Yeah, I was waiting for it that time.
Or what if I had gone Among Us?
Okay, that would be good too.
Another mastermind?
Looking at the situation so far and seeing that there's a mastermind in the shadows, then there's only one possibility left. Akane Taira, just like you, they erased their memories that they were the mastermind. That's correct. It was them who suggested that we erase the memories of us who were originally the masterminds.
So Akane didn't think of that, it was whoever else it was.
Yeah, well, she said she's not good with the machines.
Okay, so whoever else was with her probably was the one who figured out how to use all of it.
Yeah.
I was just following orders.
No, it can't be. There's another mastermind among us. There's no way that's true. Yeah, the mastermind is Maki.
The person who died first?
What? Or Higa? Tamori, Hatano, Yamaguchi, Inori, Uehara, maybe Kabashikawa or Hiranami? They must have already died. Makes sense, right? Even if you erase your own memories, you could die from the plan that you devised as the mastermind, right? No, you're more likely to die. In fact, out of the 16 people, only 5 of us survived.
There's definitely something wrong with that statement. I'm shocked to even hear your suggestion. But what if they did die? After all, we are already considered dead. If that person could sacrifice his plan for Enoshima's plan, they would be willing to give up their lives.
Crazy bastards. You guys are really insane.
Well, I was just talking about possibilities. The reason they erased their own memory despite such risk was because they were confident that they and I would never die in a murder game.
In a sense, you just got lucky.
Yeah. Akane was really close to dying.
Yeah. I don't think Ayame, if she knew Akane's true nature, would have taken the bullet for her, so to speak.
Yeah.
She probably would have just let Akane die for the murder of Tamori.
Yeah.
So, and like I mentioned, Mikako also saved her life when she was about to kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she came really close to dying on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Why?
There was no particular reason. That's their ability.
What do you mean? Like,
The ultimate luck.
I guess. Huh?
Ugh. They were actually like this. Me and them survived, and we are here in this place right now, aren't we? There's no way I'll ever forget his face. He's clearly the true mastermind of this place.
Nice rhyme. It's a nice rhyme right there. I'll give it to you.
Spitting bars, I hear.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Don't be fooled, everyone. They're trying to alienate us so we don't get out of here together.
No, this is the truth. The final truth. Because this is the last truth that awaits you.
The truth was harsh. More despair comes over than that we are mere experimental body bags. In the end, it was impossible for the 4 of us to escape together as we had promised. One of us must be the other mastermind. The cruel truth that awaits us. Oh, there's a save. Oh, I thought it was a save point.
So, who is it that you're speaking about?
Karu.
Don't look at me like that. We can't help it. This is the truth. I've been keeping this possibility in mind for a long time.
No, you're just satisfied because it's not you, because she outright admitted it was a guy, and you're the only other girl.
Yeah.
So you're safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're safe. I was pretty sure from the start it wasn't Ray.
Yeah.
So I know this isn't just bullshit.
So, what if we find out who the mastermind is? We promised to leave together. Sometimes there are truths we shouldn't know.
Then what are we supposed to do? Look at me! I know that, but what can we do? We are already unable to keep the promise that we will all go out together. I'm really sorry for being a woman without blood or tears. Nevertheless, I completely ignored you, looked down on you for being incompetence, and I really hate it. Well, I still hate it. But still, just for a little bit, as I could. Go out with you guys. I wanted to try the ability to play with a friend I often spoke to.
She's actually crying right now.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a bit seriously, but in the end, one of us won't be able to do that. It's impossible. Unavoidable.
Karu.
Makaru's heart fluttered in understanding. For her, the words she said before us must have shaken her heart even more. The fact that the mastermind erased their memories, in other words, they didn't know that they were the mastermind. The fact they have belief in all this time. The source of their existence collapsing. My source. I like that sound effect. It was kind of cool. Like the rapid glass shatters. I like that.
Ugh. Why us? Fine. If you really wanted us to know this truth, the rest is up to you, Akane Taira. What do you mean? I want you to tell me who among us is the other mastermind. As long as that's true, we can't just ignore it and leave. Of course I know who they are, but I can't say it with my own mouth.
Why?
They have lost their memory now. In order for that person to return to their original self from who they are, they need to realize their own identity. That's why I deliberately left clues and hints to you all and induced the truth to bloom on its own. But it seems it was not enough to see that they did not recover their own memories even after coming all the way here.
What? Then after Kurakawa was executed, even after our murder clash was over, they said that it would... They said that they would keep us alive and open a trial to uncover the truth.
Everything was done in order to meet them again. To see them again. They can do anything. Yeah, if only I could bring them back.
They can do anything. Maybe that gives credence to my theory again.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, dude.
Because they can overcome any kind of despair.
Well, the only thing that can overcome any kind of despair is ultimate hope, in a way.
Yeah.
At least in this universe.
What?
It's nothing. Now, as expected, even though they haven't gotten their memories yet, they're probably feeling certain sign as they find out the truth. So everyone, please start one more time. One final, last discussion. Reveal their identity. Please return them to me. Ugh.
I'm surprised everyone hasn't realized that it's Yuki as well.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely not doing great.
No, he's not.
That would probably be a pretty dead obvious giveaway if that was me.
Dude.
Yuki, are you okay? It's so shocking that even you could vomit. Hey, you've been feeling sick throughout the whole trial now.
Maeda, you... No, it's okay.
let's continue. We can't stop now. Whatever the truth comes to, if we think about it, based on what we've said so far, the mastermind is in a state where they don't know who they are. That means even if you guys are in your usual state without being suspicious at all, no matter who you are, there is nothing strange.
Still, there's no way to find out who the real mastermind is. There's no physical evidence. If only we had any clues.
A little more. Just a little more. Almost there. Now I can see them. Or now I can see them soon, I think is what that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I will give you one last piece of advice. Your origin. Think about who you are. That is how the situation will come to an end.
Origin?
Origin. Through my origin, my true identity. I am Yuki Maeda. My origin is that one that brings to my mind my true identity. I am Yuki Maeda. I need to find out who the mastermind is soon. I think I just skipped over randomly.
Anyway, is there a mastermind among us? And if we have to uncover them, you have no choice but to do it. Don't know what the origin is, but I have my own alibi, right? Akane Taira attacked me.
And Akane even admitted she did that.
Yeah.
So we know it's not him, and we know it's not Rei.
Yeah.
So it'd be really hilarious if it was Teruya all along. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not it, but it would be hilarious.
The most clueless person is actually one of the the spare agents.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
Akane Taira attacked me. If I was the mastermind, she wouldn't have to. Yeah, there's evidence that Kinjo is definitely not the mastermind. I am the successor of the Atori Mart, and I have been selling everywhere ever since I was young, so I think my existence will probably be proven by others. I don't know if you'd believe me just because I don't know if I'm the mastermind, but I've never done anything that would put the world in despair.
If I could prove it this way, there would be records of me being invited to an external lecturer at various schools. I have no such interest in despair. Ow. Ugh.
Yuki, calm down. What is wrong with you?
It's fine. Hey, listen, about me. I am the ultimate lucky student. Before I entered Hope's Peak Academy, I was an ordinary student. Ugh.
Maeda, what's wrong? Even if this condition is strange, isn't it too severe?
Maeda, surely you're not.
Why are you guys looking at Yuki like that? It's just that his body is sick, because since the start, Yuki continued to be unwell after the trial started, right?
From the beginning of the trial, you say.
I like this music here.
Yeah. Akane Taira gave us a chance to find out the truth. To bring back the memories of another mastermind. To realize our true identities in turn, one by one. And according to that hypothesis, she even said that they are already feeling the signs of it. What does that mean, you guys? Come on. You don't mean...
Maeda's symptoms are very unnatural. Hey, Yuki Maeda, answer me. Who are you?
What are you talking about? I'm Yuki Maeda. There's nothing special about me. I don't know what to say. An ordinary elementary school. I went to an ordinary middle school. In my first motive video, my mother appeared. I am a high school student with a very ordinary family. Yuki Maeda. My head, it's splitting. What is this headache? I can't open my eyes. Feels like I'm going to die. Someone save me, damn it.
You look distressed, Maeda-sama. If you can still hear, I'll ask you a few questions. You said earlier that you come from a normal elementary school and middle school earlier, right? Where did you go to elementary and middle school?
What? What do you mean?
You may not remember what school looked like after a long time, but everyone knows the name of the school they went to, right? So where are you from?
That's simple. Huh?
Besides that, you said you saw your mother? Do you remember your mother's name?
He's some kind of... He doesn't even know his own past. He just knows that he's normal.
Oh boy, dude. This is not good.
Yuki.
Excuse me. Why? The name of the school I went to. Mom's name too. Can't remember. What? What is this? I can do this. I know for sure. Why?
Maeda-sama, the school you went to, even your parents' names are unknown to you.
Your parents are unknown to you.
You are... Who are you?
Who are we? Oh, I like that. Oh, jeez, what just happened? Dude, what just happened? Hey, you. Hey, wake up. Oh, hello. That's Kisaragi. What the heck?
Hello. Can we say our greetings? I'm trying to work my courage here. At the beginning of the day, we were all introducing ourselves at the front door. But you went away from the topic yourself. And since the new semester, as soon as we sit in the classroom, there's nothing to do. I don't want to sleep. This is my own idea, but you... Yeah, you are the super cool among all the guys, right? Hey, wait, don't ignore me. I apologize if I offended you. What's my purpose? No, rather than purpose, am I a part of the same class in the same semester? So I was just talking to my classmate who I will be with for the next few years. You sure are a blunt, speechless guy. Well, if you have such a personality, can't help it. Anyway, let's get to know each other slowly. My name is Yamato Kisaragi.
Imagine that's Makako.
Yeah. Yamato ni. When I asked where you went, you were in the classroom. You haven't even finished your self-introduction yet. So why have you already entered? What? This kid? Makako, what is it? I'm worried about him. This is my opinion, but it seems like something is refusing him to hang out with friends. Oh, this girl, Makako Kurakawa, she and I are just friends. Well, I guess you can say You're closer than that, but... What? Not interested. What? What's with that tone? What? A funny guy, huh? Calm down, Macaco. I don't think there's anything good about getting mad at him here. I'm sorry. We won't bother you anymore. Still, today's a new semester. No, it's not a new school year, but it's the entrance ceremony for still. This is my idea because everyone seems to be good guys. I'm still in the process of introducing myself, so if you're thinking about it, try to join us. Yamatani, let's go. I don't like him. Now, don't say that too much. Oh, Macaco, don't worry about me. Oh, come to think of it, I don't even know your name yet. I won't force you, but... Won't you tell me your name? Because we're classmates now. Yuki Maeda. Maeda, right? Okay, looking forward to meet you, Maeda. I hate having to take classes with a guy like him for several years. If it weren't for him, all the others are all good kids. You only know their names yet. Don't say that too much. It's okay to slowly get to know each other. And that way, when we first met, we were worse than now, right? Yamatani, when was that? But, oh well, fine. If Yamatani says so, I'm sure I'll be able to get to know Maeda too. I guess she kinda did.
Yeah. Can I actually move around? Oh, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Very slow.
Yeah.
I literally cannot move faster than this. Huh? I guess return means I would have just left the menu there.
Yeah. Kane.
Whoa. Maeda-sama, you're here. Sorry. Even though I know we shouldn't talk, I can't calm myself down. No, Maeda-sama. It's been a while since we entered the school, but as you said, I was mixed in with the students my own way. And there's some people who can call me my best friend in their own words.
Oh, so that's why he didn't mix with everyone. Because he knew they would all eventually die.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have no intention of doing that. I am Maeda-sama's loyal servant. No matter what anyone says, I'll follow any orders. What's this feeling? Maeda-sama, you may know, but it's the first time I've been with ordinary people like this. Oh, what's the purpose for this summon? I'm sorry, I should have told you that. The others could find out, so in conclusion, since then, there have been no orders from Enoshima-sama. Can we just keep going like this with no purpose? I know, I don't think that at all. Maeda-sama goes against Enoshima-sama's abilities and follows him, and I follow Maeda-sama like that too. Are you really satisfied with this? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I won't say anything weird again, so please. If I'm abandoned by you, I don't deserve to live. Please don't abandon me.
So she was like sick or something, or something happened to her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to us?
Yeah.
She's like become really like subservient to him.
Yeah.
For some reason. Hey, is someone inside? Oh, it's Ayame.
Oh, Akane. And you? Maeda, was it?
Oh, my, Ayame, what are you doing here?
I was about to go back to the dormitory after using the playground, but I heard someone crying in the classroom. Was I imagining it?
Surely you must be.
Hey, Akane, what's going on here? There are no classes for this classroom today. Even alone with Maeda, too?
Oh, Maeda-sama seems to have lost something here, so I was helping him find it.
Is that so? Are you two close friends?
No, Ayame-sama knows. Maeda-sama doesn't really get closer to us, right? Still, I have to help out a classmate. As a classmate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maeda hardly speaks, but if it's okay with you, let me help as your classmate too. What item did you miss?
Actually, we found it right before Ayame-sama came here. Don't worry, I've already returned it to Maeda-sama. You mentioned that you were going to the dormitory, didn't you? If it's okay, can I go to Ayame-sama's room today? I'd like to do some cleaning.
Didn't you do the cleaning 2 days ago? Well, it doesn't matter if you want to.
I'm glad, then let's go.
Wait. Maeda, I'll see you in class tomorrow.
No matter what happens, I'm on your side. I'll never betray you.
I mean, that was kind of true, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I can move around again.
Yeah. I guess we just leave the classroom.
Yeah, I can't really see anything else that I'm of use in here. I can't click on anything. Now we're back out here. What's this? What the hell is this? This is outrageous. Oh, there's Kisaragi up there.
Oh, you just witnessed the, that.
Oh, okay.
Dad, a member of the council. Real dead people. I was vaguely aware that it was bad, but it was this much. I mean, this is more than a simple school conspiracy. Besides, it's my own opinion, but that woman's body movements and that speed of after processing in the video, that's no ordinary person. I guess he's talking about what's her name?
I think, Mukuro, I think.
Mukuro, probably.
Yeah. Isn't it implied she can move fast enough that it's difficult to perceive where she is?
Yeah. If these guys are like this, there's a high probability that the wiretapping device and the cameras were caught. Shit. What can I do? Tell father? No. Consult with Makako? Maybe tell Kinjo and Makaru? No, I can't. The moment I tell someone about this, that person will also be exposed. They'll be in danger. I can't let my family or friends be involved in this. I have to carry it by myself. I don't know how far I can do it on my own, but I've learned too many things to just take my feet off now. Our peaceful lives are over. Seriously, I have no choice but to risk my life to fight the darkness of this school.
So he knew that he had seen that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can go over here. Oh. Can I go in any of these rooms? No. Can I go in here?
I imagine we're supposed to follow him.
Yeah, it won't let me. Actually, won't let me. It physically will not let me go over there.
Okay, I guess you just have to go to the left here.
Yeah, it physically was forcing me back. Yeah. Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, Yuki. Hello, Yuki.
You're suddenly saying hello? He's still not friendly.
How are you? We don't talk much, but we're in the same class. Is Yuki going back to his room too?
He's in ignore mode as always. You can't approach him like this.
The tears won't stop.
Don't lie. Huh?
What was that?
Oh, hello. Wait, how did he get over here?
I don't know. How many years do you think I've lived with Yamato-kun? I can even tell just by looking at the fact that Yamato-kun is carrying a huge amount of burden right now. It's really nothing, though. This is my idea. But aren't you overreacting? What? Why do you say that? I'm always worried about Yamato-ni. That's an overreaction. Have you been like this from a long time ago? Even if you say it's not, you don't believe it, and you're meddling until the end anyway. Anyone who sees this will think you're my mother. Does it matter how many years we've lived? Every single day, I'm tired of your nagging and babbling. Can't you spend a day where you just keep quiet without saying a single word? Not even if this Earth splits in two parts. I guess she kind of ended up doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like last week too, you. Fine, I'm sorry for nagging. From now on, I won't be meddling or worrying or anything for you, so do whatever you want, you idiot. Are you okay?
Yamato-chin.
That's funny. Do you know what a chin-chin is?
No, I don't.
It's the Japanese word for penis.
Oh. Don't know how do you need to know that.
So calling him Yamato-chin is kind of a dirty joke.
Wow. Well, Satsuki, we've established, is not the cleanest of minded people.
No. And that is definitely a joke that she would come up with.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Yamato-chin? What? You guys? Were you here?
What's going on? You two were fighting. And what you said was harsh, too.
I'm so ashamed of this. It's no big deal. It's been reduced a lot lately. But usually back in the day, we used to fight like this. Is it because you guys are siblings? Well, I guess Satsuki said she did not get along with most of her siblings either.
Yeah.
Except her oldest.
Her oldest brother.
Yeah. It's like me and Kabazing when we fight every day.
Still, you and Kurukawa. I can understand that she's been worried about you. Recently, you're always thinking about special machines and you're in your own little space.
I was?
That's right, if you have any concerns, you should tell Kurukawa about it. You see how much she cares about you. Or are you fine with leaving your friend like that?
Oh, it's fine. I can't tell Makako. Not you guys either. It's the best for me, and you guys too.
What?
Nothing. Go on and sleep. You guys are gonna be with the busy class tomorrow, right? I'll take care of Makako.
Yeah. Guess that's his room.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go up here? I can't. Okay, let's see if I go over here at all. Or is it gonna block me again? Yep, it's blocking me again.
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Huh? What just happened? Now we're in the class?
The time skip of some kind.
So is everybody here? Or was... Oh, Yamaguchi's
Looks
not...
like it.
Or Yamato's not here, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that, Brock? No, that's not the right voice for him. Maybe it was.
No, it was more of the hero.
I'm trying to think. Hey, what was that broadcast?
No, that's not it.
No, I'm trying to think how it was. I'm trying to think of what the voice was.
Yeah, more like Surfer Dude.
Whoa, hey, what was that broadcast? Or something like that. Okay. That's the one I've done.
You forgot how to do the voice.
It's been so long since I've done the hero voice or the his voice.
Yeah. I don't know. Even if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a lot of activity in the West District since this morning. The usual demo seems to be something different. So maybe something happened this time?
Oh, ow, my stomach.
Akane, what's with you? Have you been feeling bad since this morning? Very quiet, too. Did I look like that? It's nothing, I'm just a little tired. I'm sorry for worrying you.
On that announcement, they asked to wait for further instructions until then, but several minutes have passed since then and there's no answer. It would be the best move.
Is it really okay? Can we ignore the instructions and leave? I have the same thoughts as Kinjo. We need to have courage and act voluntarily in cases of emergency, rather than waiting for orders from superiors unconditionally.
Yeah, even I think the situation is weird right now. But what about Yamato-ni? Kisaragi can't help it, even though we haven't been in touch lately. I can confirm that he went to his hometown. We'll try later to call him and get in touch. Okay.
Then first... what? What just happened?
Is it the attack, I guess?
Yeah.
What? That was a scream?
Plus, it sounded like it came from the hallway right outside.
Now, Bozzing, don't hold on my clothes. It'll stretch.
Huh? What the heck? Oh, it's just a random person.
Okay. I was like, it's the guys from Earthbound.
Oh yeah, the what are those guys? The cultists?
Yeah, the cultists.
Yeah, the happyists. Yeah. Man, I love Earthbound.
Yeah, the Earthbound cultists.
Man, I love Earthbound. It's a great
what if they were the ones who really started?
That'd be funny.
The whole time Earthbound and Danganronpa were in the same universe.
Despite the fact that Earthbound came out in '96.
And Earthbound is a sequel to
Mother 1.
No, I was gonna say Earthbound is a sequel to Danganronpa.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry,
but made like 20 years before.
Yeah, you guys, the 79th class. Everyone, you have to run now. Senpai, what's going on? Or sorry, that's him. Sorry, I got to the moment.
Yeah. So I guess this is someone from the 77th class,
or just someone older than them.
Or someone older than them. Senpai, what's going on?
A monster. Oh, Monokuma.
Oh, it's the Monokumas.
Ugh, crap. Why is there a Monokuma here? Why is there a Monokuma just out of nowhere here?
Ooh. Kurokawa!
Huh?
Oh.
Something just stopped him? And he blew up.
He got shot by something. What? Hey! It's broken.
Oh, hey, he saved us.
And he's got a gun. Makako, are you okay? Yamatuni. Thank God. I'm so glad. It's not too late.
Oh, this is when he's gonna take us out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yamatuni!
I haven't seen that sprite before.
I'm so scared. Hey, why are you suddenly hugging? Kisaragi, where have you been? I couldn't even reach you. What's that gigantic gun?
That's what smashed that strange robot.
Everyone shut up. There are more important things than asking that. What's the situation? You said it's not too late. Do you know something?
I don't have time to relax and explain. Right now, something absurd is happening in Hope Peak Academy. For now, everyone follow me. We have to get out of here right now.
Follow you? Where are you going?
A laboratory research institute owned by the Kisaragi Foundation.
Hey, we're in a truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not everyone's in the truck.
I guess some people are in the passenger seats.
Yeah, so how many are in the... So there's 4. So Kisaragi's in the cab.
Yeah.
Atori's in the cab. I guess Makako's in the cab. And... who else? How many guys are in the back? There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5.
Kinjo.
Yeah, Kinjo. Okay. Yeah, Kinjo.
Kinjo.
Riding in a truck.
Narrow. Cold. Hey, Kisaragi, Kinjo, Teruya, Kurokawa. Why are you all inside?
Well, I guess that answers our question.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Even for a large truck, it would be unreasonable for all of us to be inside.
I don't know if you're seeing all the bodies just on the road here.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Be patient. It's my own opinion, but it seems the airport is not far away.
About how much?
Come on, Kabashikawa, just be patient. Kisaragi and Kurokawa are members of the Foundation. Kinjo and Teruya know geography well. Know geography well? Okay. So we'll just have to wait for now.
Why'd it have to be a truck? If it's a camper or a bus, everyone can be more comfortable.
This was brought from my uncles with difficulty. Still, it's easy to get a means of transportation.
Is it?
Still, is it easy to get a means of transportation that can move 16 people at once?
Be patient. We've only crossed the bridge.
Yes, everyone, cheer up.
Come on, why is everyone closing their mouth? Say something. You're thinking about that again.
If you think about it, it's just this bridge we're passing right now that spreads in front of our eyes. Countless of people as corpses.
Why'd you have to put that in your mouth? Can't you see I'm turning my eyes away from it as much as possible? Atano doesn't really care.
Really doesn't care.
Sorry, unintentionally, I just think I'll just... Wait a minute, that person we just passed! They were asking for help. They're still alive! Hey, can you stop for a moment? I need at least some first aid.
Don't be funny. Do you want to die? Don't you remember how many times we ran into a mob and barely managed to get away from them? If you get caught, what will you do?
But...
It is unacceptable to risk our entire lives just to save that one person. Be it first aid or whatever, survival is hopeless as long as you're injured in this situation. Give up.
It upsets me. I became a doctor in order to save people, but seeing someone dying and having no choice but to run away. The only thing I can do is run away. Oh, don't cry, Nori. It still doesn't seem real. I was in school just a few hours ago.
What in the world happened? Was there a war?
Kisaragi promised that he would tell us everything if we arrived safely at the laboratory. It goes without saying that Kisaragi saved our lives. For now, it is absolutely best to trust him and follow him. It's not that I don't believe in Kisaragi, but are we okay with this? I've fallen far at school in blood and devils coming out. What happened to our family? My club manager, the headmaster.
Oh, we know what happened to the headmaster.
Well, he's still alive right now. He's not dead yet.
Yeah, well, you know what will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a family. I have a younger sister to take care of. I'm worried about everything, too. Naisuke, bro.
Mom, Dad. Rutaro? Rika, Yuza. I guess Riko and Yuza were like the friends in the picture that we found on her phone.
Yuzu. Yeah, Yuzu.
Yeah. Seriously, why is the mood getting more and more gloomy? Hey, Kabashikawa! Like you've always done, drop a joke and lighten the mood a bit.
Yeah, even if you suddenly tell me to do something like that.
For a cheerleader, a desperate person is the worst sight to see. If you only think bad about being anxious, only really bad things will happen.
I understand that, but... Oh, that's right, I had a thought earlier. It reminds me of the game we played last time when we all got in a truck like this. It's a game that's popular for its high degree of freedom. But the game program part was like we are now, and several people were transported on wagons like us.
I'm not interested. I'd rather you say something. So...
That was it. I've played that game before. But in the prologue, wasn't the main character transported to an execution site?
Yeah, put oil in the fire!
Do you want to die, Kobashikawa? I said raise the mood, but you made it darker now.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't know. I forgot.
What? What now?
Ugh, there.
Amanakuma's chasing us.
Poo.
Ugh! Monsters! They're chasing us. These guys keep chasing the truck even at full speed.
You fools, if you get caught here, you'll be wiped out.
Kisaragi, this is a big deal. Strange bear is coming our way from behind. What?
Who's driving this truck? I guess Kinjo's driving it.
I guess Kinjo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Can't we go faster?
This is already full speed. If you take into account the cracks in the road and dead bodies, you can't run any faster. We're all done for. No, I'm not giving up. That weapon.
They got him.
Nice, Kisaragi, a direct hit.
I barely hit it.
Wait a minute, what is that?
There's more of them. They're everywhere.
There's 3 more?
Not 3, more like a dozen of them in the back.
What the hell? Gonna run out of bullets.
Yeah. They're catching up.
What are you shooting?
The car is shaking too much, and these guys are trying to shake it little by little.
It's over. There's no future. We're all gonna die. Just like everyone else.
What's with the cheerleader giving up first?
Damn it, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, give it.
Oh yeah, give it to the sniper.
Give the sniper the gun.
Kisaragi, pass me that gun.
What? But this is completely different than a normal rifle.
Quickly now.
Well, she is the ultimate sniper.
Yeah.
I feel like she would probably be good at any gun.
She's got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyoka.
That was amazing. It would be a joke as recoil, but as a speaker? What? I don't know what that means.
Although I'm not very interested in my talent and don't show it, I'm still the girl who entered Hope's Peak as the ultimate sniper. For the first time in my life, I'm feeling grateful for my talent. Because I can protect everyone. These ugly bears, I won't let you escape my sight.
Incredible. Kyoka, to think she would have been like this.
Heh, that's only natural. I'm reluctant to hang out with you guys, but I've acknowledged your talents.
So what in the world is that gun, anyway?
Oh, a railgun. That's why it hasn't run out of bullets.
Okay.
That is an electromagnetic railgun that was outsourced from the US military before it was developed. It was too dangerous to check its functions, so I brought something that was locked up in the warehouse. The accuracy is tricky. It must be difficult to use, but how could Maki use it so skillfully? That's because it's Maki's talent.
Good job, Maki, get him.
I'll cheer for you, Kyoka. You guys, can you please be quiet?
There's one up there.
Huh? Oh, Maki!
Oh, nice. He just soccer balled him.
Huh?
That was dangerous. A bear almost climbed on the side. Was I the only one who saw it? Pathetic things.
It was there? Because of Maki's shooting skills are so fantastic, I suddenly lost my sight.
Did you save me?
That is
Ironic.
incredibly ironic.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
He saved her by kicking a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, this body saved your life. Well, if that guy got you, we'd all be dead, so you could say I saved myself and the other guys too.
Right. Thank you, Higa.
If you're grateful, how about a date with me later then? It's your lifesaver's request.
Oh no.
So you accept, right?
Wake up from your dreams. Who's gonna be with you?
Wow, shut down.
Yeah.
Kyoka, break up the annoying love comedy like Kobashi, Kawa, and Aranami and look ahead. Those guys are still there. Hey, I didn't do any love comedy.
He did save us though, I'll give it to him. Like,
Yeah.
he's not like a like he's definitely like one of those cocky like athletes, like Like, you know those kind of people.
Mhm.
But he's not a bad guy.
Oh.
Whew. I think I've dealt with all those that came into my sight.
I'm alive. We're alive? Yeah, we're alive.
That's right.
Wait, who's driving the truck?
I guess it's
Mikako?
either Kurikawa or Atori.
I don't
now.
trust Atori driving this truck. It's probably Mikako.
Yeah. Has everything sorted out? Kinjo!
That bastard, Kinjo. We worked hard outside, but Kurokawa, Teruya, and you were having a good time inside?
You didn't do that much. We also had our job to do. Anyways, thanks to Maki's efforts, I think we arrived safely.
Arrived.
Yeah. We arrived at the airport. The helicopter from the Kisaragi Foundation is our next ride.
Okay. Huh? Okay, those must be researchers at the. We're must be at the foundation now.
Yeah.
Now then, you male students can sleep in the temporary dormitory. If anything happens, call us by ringing the bell.
I will say it is 5.
Yeah. I'm just hoping we can get through the flashbacks.
Let's see.
This is probably the last one.
Let's see. So, where are we at here? So, like 20 minutes.
For the is this the last flashback?
No. Yeah, it's still like there's still like another like 20 minutes of this flashback.
Oh. Well, I wish I hadn't started that dialogue then.
Yeah.
How much longer is left in the chapter, just out of curiosity?
At least according to the Let's Play, about an hour and 10 minutes until the end of the trial.
Okay, I'm trying to think what else we can talk about for that long.
Yeah. Well, you said you're free the rest of the night, right?
Yes.
I'll probably be free again later.
Okay,
If
so
we want to just pause and then
like 7 o'clock or
probably
something?
probably not 7, probably around 9.
9, okay. I think we can probably do that. At least get to the end of the game before midnight. We should be able to do that.
Yeah, I think we can do that because I've finished my homework for the day. So
Okay.
once I'm done meeting my other friend, I'll be back and we can finish up.
Alright, so around 9 o'clock. Alright, everybody. Well, that's going to be it for this particular stream. Thank you for joining us here. This has been a roller coaster of a lot of things, and I really do like these flashbacks. They provide a lot of context.
Yeah,
And I'm just kind of wondering what they're leading up to.
In some ways, more detailed than some of the stuff we even got in the official games, which is cool.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that. I will say I do like that about this game. So
Yeah.
we will be back later tonight, probably around 9 Central Time, for the conclusion of Chapter 6. We'll find out what's up with Yuki and his backstory, hopefully, and resolve what happens to everyone that's still alive. I'm honestly not sure. So, alright, join us again next time. I've been Mr. Grinchman, once again along with ACP. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Join us for the presumable finale next time. Goodbye, everybody.